He was living in his parents' basement, and today he has an office on the main street.
I didn't like Dmitry or the video, it was the video, I guess, I don't know. The shingle is longer and wider than most other shingles. YouTube opened my eyes because I saw past some other things.
We're in small towns in Pennsylvania today, Mifflinburg and Lewisburg, visiting our people and keep introducing you to our recommendations all over the United States. I'm super excited about this company. You're about to meet Alan and his company, Equity Roofing. They were one of the first students in roofing business school, and I remember first conversations. Alan actually was one of those people who used everything our school have to offer. I remember him calling me and telling me he liked the name Equity, and we helped him to finalize it. We actually designed this logo. You can see two vehicles here. We designed the vehicles, we designed the yard signs, we designed all the marketing materials, flyers. I've been talking to Alan almost every week, every month for the last few years. 2 years ago, he was living in his parents' basement, and today he has an office on the main street and a warehouse. You're gonna see his jobs, you're gonna see his operation, and I'm super pumped to introduce you to Alan. Let's go.
My name is Alan Stolzfus, and I'm the owner of Equity Roofing in Mifflinburg, Pennsylvania. I started roofing in high school in the summers. I was working for my dad. We did general construction. We did a lot of roofing. Roofing caught my interest because I felt it was something I could get good at, but I was always frustrated when we would do a lot of different things, anything from pouring concrete to framing to roofing. I wanted to specialize.
I want to take a moment and give a huge shout out to Atlas Roofing Corporation. Stan Bastic, marketing director, is absolutely amazing. They've been supporting Roofing Insights and helping us to make videos like this. Sometimes we travel and our expenses is through the roof, but because of our sponsors, we are able to do what we do best, creating amazing content, sharing amazing stories like Alan's story. Atlas makes amazing products, and that's why we work with them. Comment below, please, what you think about Atlas Shingles. If you're an Atlas installer, we want to hear from you. And Atlas, thank you for supporting us. We'll see you guys in December at our conference. Keep being a good guys in the industry.
Roofing to me was both a challenge and an opportunity. I always really enjoyed hard work. So that was the challenging piece of it. There's some risk involved, it's hard work. And then it's opportunity. It's something that a lot of people aren't willing to do. That's where I saw the opportunity. To me earlier, a roofing business in my mind was basically a foreman with a crew. And the whole business piece of it was something that I didn't even understand. It's not something I wanted to do even. It's something I didn't even really know about. I just thought, hey, it's me and a couple guys and we're gonna be really good at installing shingles.
This is a building that I own. It's an apartment building, it's 3 units, triplexes. And so originally started just in our basement at the other property I lived with my parents. And anyway, hired a receptionist and hired Ed as sales. I didn't really want them to just come to the basement, so had to find another location. And I owned this property already. The tenant moved out.
YouTube opened my eyes because I saw past some other things. I started watching Eric Reno videos and started seeing what he's doing. I can still picture the day when I saw one of my video suggestions was this Dmitry guy, Roofing Insights, and at first I didn't like him. I didn't like Dmitry or the video. It was the video, I guess. I don't know. It just didn't appeal to me, but it was a completely different side of roofing that I just didn't know anything about. It was the business side of it. I kept watching more videos. I'd be in class, I'd be watching roofing videos while I was studying to be a teacher. And it grew on me. I started seeing that that's actually what I wanted to do, that I'd get bored with just installing shingles. And what I actually wanted was to grow a business. And so I watched more and more of the videos, started watching pretty much just Roofing Insights videos, and that's how I learned that The difference between a roofing business and a roofer, or just an installer. Don't have a lot, not as much as normal, but so this is kind of where we keep the stock stuff. So this pallet is kind of what she does. So she'll pull a pallet and she'll have a material list. For every job we have 2 material lists, a shop and a delivery. And she'll pull the material list, she'll count out the ridge vent, the ice and water, the underlayment, the starter, and drip edge, like we stock all our own drip edge. And she'll drop it right here. Then the crew comes for the next job, they'll pull the pallet and take it to the job. For us, the Equipter is a standard piece of equipment that we use on every job, for both the crews and the customer. For the crews, it saves a lot of labor, and for the customers, it just eliminates a lot of the mess that comes with tearing off a lot of the debris. So the crews will use it, drive it right up to the house, lift it up to the roof. The debris goes straight into the Equipter instead of onto the ground first. So they don't have to clean it up, they don't have to handle it twice. It actually extends back over the bushes, so we can protect those bushes. The debris is not coming onto the ground. Again, that helps to protect the bushes in addition to saving labor. So I just want to take a minute here to explain why at Equity Roofing we choose Atlas as our preferred shingle to install. So when I was trying to decide what manufacturer we were going to install at Equity Roofing, Atlas stood out to me because of the Scotchgard granule that they have. They partnered with Scotchgard to create a granule that allows them to give a lifetime non-staining warranty. The shingle is longer and wider than most other shingles. It's actually the largest that I know of. It's a 6-inch exposure, 42 inches long. The advantage of that is for the installers. There's 8 less shingles per square that they have to handle. It takes less time to install a full square of shingles. But what a lot of those shingle manufacturers don't do is their nailing zone is not in the common bond area. So they'll allow for an 1.5 inch nailing zone. If you nail at the top of their nailing zone, you're only going through 1 layer of shingle. If you nail at the bottom, you're going through 2 layers. For Atlas, their whole nailing zone has 2 layers. This layer is under this layer, so your nail is going through 2 layers. Roofing business is uniquely challenging because of the risk that's involved. There's just a lot of extra things that you have to take on as a roofing company to hire people. It's a really difficult job, so a lot of people don't want the job. And then if you have somebody that's willing to do the job, you have to pay for some insurance that's really expensive to cover the risk of them doing the job. And so hiring is a challenge, keeping them safe is a challenge, and paying for all the insurances, that sort of thing, so that if something does go wrong, that they're covered, is also a challenge. One thing about our community, because it's rural, we work in a lot of different small towns. Being small towns, word spreads pretty quickly, word of mouth, and so we get a lot of referrals. You make one person happy, their neighbor finds out about it, and their cousin, and other family members. My advice to the homeowner that's looking for a contractor is to shop for, instead of looking for the price, treat it like an interview. You're hiring this person or this company, so you should get multiple bids, but not just because of price. You should get it because you want to see what this roofer knows, what this company knows. You want to see what products they're installing. You want to see who you feel most comfortable with, and so do that interview like you're hiring an employee.